What's going on, guys? Phil here from Philscraftcorner. Today we are back in a workshop and there's a reason for that. That's this box. I received a CNC router from foxalien. This is the
Masuter
Pro, which is the upgrade from the previous Masuter. It's got a 40x40 cutting bed and says we can set this up in 15 minutes. I was quite intrigued about the 15-minute setup time and how fast you can actually set up this machine. I'm going to try and do it as fast as I can. I'm going to record it in real time and not fast forward it, and then if I come up with any issues at the end of it, I'll then let you know. So stick around, it's going to be quite an interesting video. Alright guys, so I've got the bits roughly laid out now. I have my action cam sat over that side so we can get a side on view at the same time. And like I say, this is supposed to take roughly 15 minutes to set up. So I'm going to set this up as fast as I possibly can. So I'm going to put a stopwatch on my watch. No, down, there we go. And when I hit start on here, we'll start. So 3, 2, whoop, it's gone off, 1, go. First thing we need to do is we need the M520 cat box, 8 pieces, top right.
Alright guys, I just want to let you know that this did take a lot longer than 15 minutes that the website says that you can assemble one of these in. I have no doubt that somebody who has assembled 2 or 3 of these and knows exactly what they're doing and where things need to be and has optimized the way they will assemble it can get them done in 15 minutes. This took me 35 minutes, just under 35 minutes to get done, and I had 0 experience. I will say that the instructions that come with these are absolutely amazing. I can't fault the instructions at all. Everything went perfectly smoothly apart from one tiny little hiccup with the drag chain, and that's just a small issue that took me around 5 minutes to figure out and overcome. And again, with experience, that wouldn't be an issue. I'd just know that that was the problem and I'd know how to fix it straight away rather than trying to figure out and work out the best way for it. All the belts come pre-tensioned and they are pretty much spot on, not needed to do any adjustment really. I've had a quick play with this machine, which I will go over in videos that are coming up. This table that I am assembling on is roughly 4 foot square. One side slightly bigger than the other side, but it did give me plenty of space to work on. If you are going to assemble one of these, try and give yourself a lot of space to work on, and it'll help if you can get all the way around the table. So I will shut up now and I'll let you get on with watching me assemble this for as long as you want to watch me assemble it. I don't skip over anything. Any issues that I do come up with I will mention, and you will see basically a live assembly of this machine. And yeah, hope you enjoy it. Board, so we'll get this out of the way.
So that's step 1 done. Step 2, get the spoil board on. Spoil board goes this way around with those lines that the slots to line it up, and it can only go one way around. You don't want it hit with these nuts on the top, and they're both exactly the same, so that makes it fairly easy to line up. And those use the M5x20 bolts, which are these ones. Need a bigger hex key. Again, I'm just loosely putting these on so we can get it lined up and squared off at the end, which honestly will take a lot more than 15 minutes to get everything square, because you want everything as precise as possible to get the best results when you're putting things out in the future. Let's say I didn't tighten them up at the other end because I needed to move this over. If I had tightened them up fully, I wouldn't have been able to move them. So we've just passed 6 minutes, and I'd say we're about halfway done. The fiddly part is going to be getting the power supply and the drag chain on. Next step is the x-axis, so we want to line up these all together. So I'm going to bring these all the way to the front, and that one all the way to the front. Get our x-axis just there like so, and then we'll need the M5x16 flat caps. So that's these ones here. Two on each side. I think it's this one again. Yep. Again, this will be a fairly difficult part for you to do on your own. It's not super heavy. Once you get one aligned and started on one side, you can go to the other side. And it will help. Luckily, the screws that are holding in the tensioner on the x-axis sit on the top of these aluminium bars, and that helps again hold it in place while you're one-handing doing the rest. Again, I'm not fully tightening these up because we want to square this off with the bed at the end. Mostly tight. Next step is to attach the spindle mount. taking the spindle out. For that we need the M5x12 bolts. 4 of those and 4 washers. Right, so we go. Screw washer, mind you, out of the way, and it goes in these 4 here. And again, I think it's the bigger hex key. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna gently nip that up, not to full. I'm gonna go down to the bottom left corner. I'm gonna tighten that up. And gently put that in. All of these screws are just tight enough to hold it in, so it's not going to have play in it, but not tight enough to fully lock it down. I'm going to do all that at the end when I square everything off. I know I've said that a lot, but some people do skip through the videos and just jump ahead a little bit, 10 seconds at a time. And next step, spindle. We want that with, doesn't really say which way around, so I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to have the spindle sat flush with the bottom. So the bottom, so we've got the actual spindle mount, but the wide part of the motor is, I've got that sat flush with the bottom, and we'll nip that down again, just a little bit, not fully tight. I need to tighten down a bit more than that. I think we are nearly there. How can we get this in that way? If we can, and we'll tighten it with that. Locked in. Next step, we are going to put the drag chain mounts on. So I need those 4 M6 cap buttons. Four. Then we need these, and these go on the side. So you got these 2 little holes here, and these 2 little holes here. And I'm assuming I need a different time key. Oh, this one. Yes. So these go which way? Bigger one goes at the front, this way around. Oh, this is going to eat into some time, these are so fiddly. I don't think we're going to do the 15 minutes, we're on 14 minutes pretty much. And I've still got the power supply and the drag chain to go on yet. This one goes the other way around. next one is the strip that goes along the back of here. So I need 2 more of those button screws. 1, 2. Turn this so I can see better. This, I think, goes right underneath. No, it goes right on the ends. Nice and easy to get to. That way around. One screw in. That just went on an angle. One started. I've lost the other one. There it is. 2 started. Next is put the bracket onto the power supply unit. Spin that to the right way again. Bracket is here. I need 2 M3x8 cap screws, which I'm assuming are those ones, because there's not that many left now. And we're going to get that on key. And then we go upside down with this. And this goes into the round holes. So what are those? Yep, that way. Honestly guys, the pictures on these instructions are so good. Tell you exactly which way around you need to put stuff, where they need to go, where it lines up. It's absolutely brilliant. Best instructions I've had for any kind of flat pack, anything. So clear, with the screws and bolts in their own little sections and labelled as well. That just makes things so much clearer as well and so much easier. Next step, we need 2 M5/8 bolts. M5/8 bolts. And 2 M5 T-nuts. So what we do is you put your bolt through there, you put your T-nut on gently. We'll do the same on this side. T-nut on gently. There is a way around to put these T-nuts, and that is with the little ridge facing towards the screw and the flat bit at the top. Next thing, we need to mount the power supply to the bottom of the machine. So I need this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over the edge on this side. Slightly out of you guys' way, but this is what it is at the moment. apologise for that. One, two. Second one. Let's undo this first one slightly. That's gripped really well. Wrong size hex. That's the one I need. That's gripped super well, and not what we were looking for. In. Wasn't too much fuss about actually, only a minute or so. And I can confirm that where Modbot Army moved, I thought at the start of his video, to line everything up to appease his OCD, is exactly where this mounts. So yeah, if you struggle with getting this lined up, don't move that foot. Try and turn this the right way again. Because I think the final step is attaching the drag chain and then wiring up. Final two steps though. So where was I at? Yes, so we need all these black bolts now. That's the only thing we need to pull those out. And here's the N6. Don't tripping over stuff. So the drag chain goes along this way and then along that way. So first stage, we'll put this side in. This will be a little painful because all of the wires in here kind of get in the way. So I'm going to split through, get underneath there and do that. Nice, that's in. So let's get a few more of these over here. Make sure you don't nip any of these wires with the screw. Pull them out of the way while you're tightening them down. In. Do I have this the wrong way around? I think I might have this the wrong way around.
I did not have this the wrong way round. It seems to be a slight flaw in the manufacturing where half of this drag chain was put on upside down, backwards, and to combat that I ended up taking off the end of the drag chain and flipping that over and putting it back on so I could attach it to the X-axis, and then I just had to kind of force some of the other drag chain links to bend the opposite direction, and it's not absolutely perfect but it does run freely and it does work well.
I'm not too sure, you know, because that doesn't want to go that way. Why? Maybe it's just way too stiff because it's brand new. And yeah. I did have it right. But I knew this was going to be the fiddly part. Especially for me, because things like this are always a bit painful for me. idiot. Why you no go? Let me double check this. So we've got, as you can see in the instructions, we have the flat part of the drag chain on that side, and then again the flat part of the drag chain on the top side when it loops back around. But camera's in the way. This isn't going to loop back around and have the flat side down. The flat side is supposed to sit on the top, but it will not because it's the wrong way around. There is no way that I have twisted it part way. You cannot physically twist it part way. This is the x-axis going across here. So I think part way down here somewhere, this drag chain has been assembled upside down, which is not great. Because it doesn't want to bend back the other way at all. I think that might be an issue for me. It might cause issues with operating the machine. I wonder if I can pop this last one off and then get back on the right way round. There we go, that's in place now. Line the rest up. Go up there. Bend. No. I've put it back on the wrong place. Needs to go that way. Underneath the wire. Just can't bend it across the wire. There we go. Definitely have issue with that there. There's nothing to sit nicely. It could possibly do its job anyway. It just won't be as fluid as this bottom side. Must be a little bit janky. Only one way to find out, isn't it? Let's carry on. We'll turn it on and test it soon. I can go over there. This one, see, that seems absolutely perfect all the way along. That one. And this one is perfect. Right, so that's all the drag chain on. Let's try and... It works, it's going to protect the wires, but it's not going to be perfect and it's not going to look as fluid as what this one will when that one's running. So as you can see, it runs very nicely. Clearly the back half of this drag chain was put on backwards, and that's a whole lot of work to take that off and put it back on, but just changing that end cap is going to work. So let's start wiring things up. This is very easy to wire. Blue to blue, red to red. Blue to blue, red to red. So that's the spindle done. This is the light, so that goes to light. And let's tight fitting wire. These wires only fit one way as well, so you can't go wrong with that. X motor, which is under here. Z motor, which is there. Put the sticker on this side. I think it should be on the other side so you can see it better. This is the Z limit, which will be where are you hiding? There. There isn't actually a label on the Z limit, but obviously the bit that's mounted here is your Z limit. The ones that are mounted at the back are your X limit, which is this wire under here. Again, that doesn't have a wire on the frame side of the that doesn't have a label on the frame side of the X limit, but just pay attention to where they are attached and which part they're attached to, then you'll figure it out. Why one motor? I'm assuming this is... No, my bad. It's not. This goes underneath that bracket that you attach at the back. I'll show that clearer in a moment. That just runs along there. Into there. We've got our Y limit, Y motor. So our Y limit is it's our Y motor 2, which is this side. Y limit, where are you? There, underneath, right at the bottom. There's a tiny little hole at the bottom. Hiding. These all only fit one way, so if you're gentle, you can't do it wrong. Don't try and force any wires, they'll only clip in one way. This is our spindle, so we put that on spindle 1 because we have the 60 watt spindle, and everything else actually just goes inside the box. I think we're fully assembled, guys. That is 34 minutes for a whole assembly. I'll say we can probably scrap roughly 3 or 4 minutes of that. We've messed about with this chain, but let's plug it in and we'll see if it lives. Power supply works. There's a little dot on the outside, so we'll plug you in there. Turn this off. Oh, there's some whining. What's whining? Let's hit home. there we go. It's homed. Does the light work? The light does indeed work. Great. Spindle. I'm not too sure. We have to control that with the computer, which I'll get that set up. I'll move things around, make sure everything is square, and then we can do a test cut. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I just wanted to get this assembled as quickly as I possibly could to see how long it takes to assemble. In my next video, I'm going to go back and I'm going to square it all off, which is going to be in a minute for me, but it's going to be in a couple of days for you guys. I'm going to go back, I'm going to square everything off. I'm going to make sure the x-axis is parallel and square to the bed. The y-axis gantries are parallel to each other, because as you see, if you move this on its own, you get that little wobble where this one moves before that one. So I'm going to make sure those are parallel and locked in with each other, and make sure that I do not manually adjust them at any point. Then we can do a test cut after that. So thanks for watching this, guys. If it did entertain you, if you did learn and it taught you how to assemble your Masuter Pro router, then let me know. And let me know down below how you got on with yours. How fast did you set yours up? I took 34 minutes to do this one. So that's fairly quick for a machine like this to have it set up and turn on and things move and nothing really going wrong. It's pretty good going. The setup and instructions are excellent. The way the machine's all put together and ready to go, again, is excellent. The only issue I had was with the drag chain on the y-axis. It seems like the back half of it was assembled upside down, which doesn't affect the use of the machine. All I had to do was switch out the mounting bracket one, and that works fine. Everything else is pretty straightforward. I'm really impressed. Like I said, this is my first CNC machine. I have never put anything like this together. My 3D printers were already assembled. My K40 laser came assembled. My K50 came assembled. So this was the first assembly like this I have ever had to do. And got to say, it was very, very painless, and I'm very happy. If you want to watch any more videos on setting up this, any projects that I make on this machine, then hit that subscribe button, follow along, and I will catch you in the next video.